Hi, how's it going? My name is Ethan, or better known by my screen name on Twitter, Instagram, here, Battery Miro. I'm a Clone Saga fan, hyper fan, and cosplayer. Um, Today is my first YouTube video in a very long time, so bear with me. There won't be a lot of editing, there won't be a lot of fancy schmancy stuff, but there is going to be talking. Woo! So this video, if video responses still existed, this would be a video response to the Spectacular Scarlet Spider's most recent costume review. He did a review of a Ben Reilly color fabric suit that he got from Print Costume using the longest cosplay Alex's pattern. So I bought that same exact suit, but wanted to address some issues that I had during the making of it, and also just a PSA for anyone who's kind of interested in doing the same thing he did with his suit, as well as review the suit that I got. So here we go. So I met Brad in person, Spectacular Scarlet Spider, last month, or yeah, pretty much last month at this point, June, at Heroes Con in Charlotte. So it was really great to meet him for the first time, and I also got to see his latest Ben Reilly suit in person as well. And man, I gotta say, that thing is absolutely gorgeous. The colors pop on the color fabrics. He got a top stitched front and back spider, so it was actually three-dimensional instead of just being printed on the suit. That just sold it for me, because you see it in pictures and it looks great. The first initial batch of photos that he did, like the selfies that he took, and then he took some pictures outside, you could really tell that it was a special suit. So seeing it in person, especially spending the entire con with him, I really wanted one for myself. I have been trying to get a black and red Ben Reilly suit to mimic the style of John Romita Jr.'s sort of inking style with Al Williamson, and I can't remember who the other one was. I know Scott Hanna did it. I know Al Williamson did it. There might have been one other inker that I'm not remembering off the top of my head. Sorry. But yeah, I really wanted to emulate that style for a cosplay. I've had 2 or 3 different blue and red Ben Reilly suits. I really just wanted a blue and black one. It's also kind of how I envisioned Tom Lyle doing the suit with Scott Hanna, if he still stayed on the ongoing books. He did one cover for Spider-Man, Punisher, the little 2-issue miniseries they did, but you can't really tell. It is pretty red and black in that one cover that he drew, but I digress. So I really wanted that suit. I bought the file from Alex, the longest cosplay. He based the suit off of Ben Reilly 2022, the David Baldeon series. So that's cool. I didn't know that until recently, but you can kind of tell by the way that the spider comes to a sharp point. Anyway, I digress again. So I really wanted that suit for myself. I thought it was going to be pretty easy, because I just assumed that Print Costume, did that, since I have proof of them doing it before. So before I actually bought the suit, I sent them an email, which I will try to put here, or somewhere on the screen, just asking whether it would be possible or not. I attached photos of Brad's suit and said, hey, you did this for another cosplayer. I was wondering what the cost is for top stitch spiders. And they gave me a really vague response, which I'll also put up, where they said that they are able to do that. It's usually a free service, but the pattern, since the spiders are in black, don't require it. I didn't really know what that meant at the time. I just assumed they could do it, but it's not necessary, but they would still do it if I asked them to. That's kind of how I that's how I perceived it when I read it. So I went ahead and bought the pattern, changed the blue to black, or changed the blues to blacks, and ordered the suit, put that I wanted red and black color fabrics, even though it was pretty obvious, since the pattern was red and black. And I also included in the special notes that I wanted top stitch spiders. So I ordered that June of last year. Oh my god. Last month in June. Sorry, my brain is fried. Ordered it like June 21st. I didn't hear anything back until... Well, I sent an email July 21st just to be like, hey, is there any update on the suit? It's been a month, I just didn't know. I mean, they've been really backed up recently. People, now that they're more popular, people are just buying suits from them every day, which is understandable. They are a good company. So I sent that email. The email back said soon. And then by the end of that week, they sent me a photo, which I will put up as well, of the suit, and the front and back, and I asked them where the top stitch was. The suit did look good in the photos, but I wanted top stitch spiders. That was kind of one of the main reasons I ordered this specific suit on color fabrics, is because I really wanted to be one and one with Brad's suit, just in red and black instead of red and blue. So they emailed me back saying that since the spiders are so large, it's not an easy process, and that they apologize for the miscommunication and whatnot about it, which, I mean, I understand they are large spiders, but they've done it before, and so I assumed they would do it again if I asked them to. I would have paid extra for it if they said we can do it for this amount or whatever it might have been, but they just said not able to do it because the spiders are large, so it's not easy to do it, which kind of upset me, because it is the main reason I ordered the suit, is because I really wanted one to be just like that. But I did receive it in the mail today, and I'll show you how it actually turned out. Alright, and here is the suit that I received. So as you can tell, it is black and red on color fabrics. These blacks are super, super rich, and so is the red. I don't want to discredit them at all and say that this is a bad suit, because it's definitely not. This suit looks beautiful. It's probably my best looking suit, just because I don't have to worry about, it fading to white when it's stretched or anything like that in certain areas. It just looks nice. It's the only suit I have that has no muscle shading whatsoever, so it's just a flat costume and looks kind of like how it would in real life, because you're not going to have printed on muscle texture for comic book superheroes. So the problem lies in, obviously, that my spider is not top stitched. Neither is the back spider, and I know that they skipped out on the shoulders on Brad's, so even if I did get that done, I would expect mine to be the same. Another weird issue that I ran into, and Alex and I double-checked the pattern to make sure it wasn't my fault or his fault, was for some reason they printed black on the inside of my red fingers, so my pinky and pointer, on both sides. They printed, or they didn't print, but they sewed black on the sides. So they didn't make it red all the way around and sewed onto the black glove piece, but the thumbs are completely red, and tops and bottoms are red, so in the end, that's all that really matters. Like I said, the biggest issue for me personally was the spider, because the problem with, you can see it right here perfectly, the problem with color fabrics is that when the print stretches, you'll see more red. So especially here where the seams are, where my arms meet, that is very obviously stretching out to bleed red. So that is the reason I wanted the top stitch spider to begin with, because on Brad's suit, like I said, the shoulders weren't done, but everything else was. So when he was moving around or posing or doing whatever, he didn't have that issue. The middle stays pretty consistent just because my middle doesn't really go anywhere. Like the middle of the spider doesn't go anywhere on my chest whenever I move. But the arms and whatnot are definitely going to fade a little bit as I get down and do poses and do whatever else that I'm going to do at a con or in a photo shoot. So, like I said, definitely not a bad suit, like in general. The pattern is beautiful. Alex did an incredible job on it. Switching the blues to black really helps it pop, and it's exactly the look that I wanted. I just really wish that I got the full experience that I wanted with the spider being top stitched and completely in fabric to avoid that stretching and bleeding issue. All in all, I do still recommend using print costume, but this is mostly just a PSA video for anyone who might have seen Brad's costume, Brad's video, and went, damn, that's a really pretty suit. I would really like to get one of those. Well, you can get one, but there's no guarantee you're going to get the top stitching. I kind of wanted to be the guinea pig because I half expected it not to happen, but then, really wanted it to happen because, again, that's one of the whole reasons that I ordered the suit to begin with. So if I wanted a top stitch spider, I would have to find like a seamstress or someone who knows how to sew, because I don't, to actually sew one on, cut one and sew one on for me, which might be something I look into in the future, but I really don't know because I don't want to go through all that. I don't really want to spend a ton of money on a seamstress to do that for me, because I know that would be a little more expensive than just having a print costume do it as they're making the costume, especially since it was going to be free of charge according to the email they sent me. But yeah, like I said, just a little PSA for anyone that really was interested in getting a suit like Brad's, but didn't want to dish out the money and be let down. I won't say the suit is a letdown by any means. I honestly, like I said, it's probably my best looking suit. It's not my favorite, but it's definitely, like, in terms of the way that the colors contrast with each other, the black to the red, just looks incredible. Especially with the deep color of the color fabrics. It just really catches your eye. I can't wait to see it in natural sunlight. I've only seen it in like indoor LED light. So the suit I would rate probably like a 8.5 out of 10. That other 1.5 really gets taken off for the issue with the spiders and then the weird issue with the fingers, but the fingers I'm not really too worried about. It's not my favorite thing in the world, just because I'd rather it be red all the way around, but I'm not going to be looking at my fingers that much, except if I like stare at photos or whatever, but I don't really want to torture myself like that. But yeah, I definitely recommend print costumes still. They're the most affordable, I feel, for the quality of suits that you're getting. I recommend this pattern by Alex, or any patterns by Alex. Please check out The Longest Cosplays. He does really solid work. He made a cane suit for me. He did this pattern. I plan on using him in the future. He's working on a pattern right now that I'm definitely going to get printed as soon as it's done. So I might do something with that. I don't know. I mostly just made this video in case anyone had any curiosities about print costume. I feel like it's one of those my responsibility things to tell people if I have an issue. I might not be a partner or like super well known, but if I have a problem that other people might be interested in buying a suit like this, might run into that problem, I kind of have a responsibility to speak up about it. So anyway, thank you for watching. Sorry this was kind of a jumbled mess. Like I said, it's my first YouTube video in probably like 7 or 8 years, and my first like really serious one. So thank you for watching, and if you have any questions about the costume or anything at all, just let me know. Hit me up on social media or comment below. See you later.